Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another Horrorpalooza review. I know it's been 2 days, so I wanted to just catch up. And this is a review of a 2010 vampire flick. Yes, it's another one of these with a decent cast, and it's an Australian film because most of the actors are Australian except for two of them. But it's pretty badass, and it's a much better movie than any Twilight film. Daybreakers. Yeah, this is perfect for the Horrorpalooza because I haven't reviewed it yet, and I saw the movie months ago, so I have seen it and I remember it, and I remember it being pretty damn decent. I mean, really good cast. You have Willem Dafoe, who plays kind of a vampire hunter, like a loner Southern guy that lives on his own. He's distant from other people, and then you have Ethan Hawke playing a vampire who wants to become normal human again because it basically to dystopia. It's a dystopian future. It's set in 2019, which is coming up in 3 years. Who knows what's going to happen by then? And blood shortage, human blood short. There's a shortage in human blood, and the vampires are like drinking a substitute to try to cope with the fact that there's no blood. And Ethan Hawke wants to find a way to cure himself of his vampirism, so can be human again. And it's a really good, interesting premise. Like, it does the Twilight thing, but without pussifying it. There is a lot of gore in this movie. It's really well done gore. The film looks fantastic. I think the Spierig brothers did a great job directing this. They really know how to work the camera. It has the cinematography is very well done. It doesn't look like a movie that's cheap. It's got a really good budget behind it. And the story was interesting to me. It says, the action never stops. It's entertaining as hell. Film critic Richard Roper. That I agree with because this film doesn't slow down. Like, it's a very fast paced vampire movie with a decent cast. I think Sam Neill does a good job as well. He's the villain, of course, because Sam Neill plays a villain sometimes. And you have Ethan Hawke, he's the best thing in the movie. I think he's really good in the film. This lady was okay. The lady that's with Ethan Hawke, Claudia Carvin, she's the girl that's with Ethan Hawke, to try to help him out when he's like lost, in the shuffle. The person I did not care for in this movie is Isabella Lucas as Sam Neill's daughter. I thought she was freaking terrible. Her acting is so lifeless. No pun intended. I know she's supposed to be a vampire, but no, actually she's human. And then Sam Neill turns her into a vampire, and it's so forced, and it's really for nothing. She's really in the film for him to turn into a vampire, and then she dies at the end. She gets into a line with all these other vampires. Sunlight comes out. They don't sparkle. They burn, and it's over. But in this movie, they do an interesting way of how Ethan Hawke becomes, human again. And it's a really decent film. Like, I got this for $3.99 at Best Buy. It's brand new. It's got a commentary with the directors and the creature designer, which the creature designs are freaking awesome. The vampires look really good in this film. They look creepy. The fangs look really well done. The makeup is really top notch. There's a little bit of CG, but not too much. It's not like Twilight where they're like running like the Flash, or where they sparkle in the sunshine, or they're pale as freaking ghosts. I mean, it's none of that. And the contact lenses, they wear like yellow contacts to distinguish them from humans, so that it's really well done stuff. Original, scary, and action-packed. There are some moments that made me jump. The jump scares get me. Hey, a jump scare is still a scare in a movie like this. And it's short. It's only 98 minutes. It's not 2 hours long. It's fast-paced. It's kind of like if you did Lost Boys or, From Dusk Till Dawn, but it's set in the distant future where human blood short is very hard to find, and people are demanding it. And it's a very interesting premise. Like, that's a premise that worked for me. And even the title is very original. Daybreakers. The battle for blood begins. Yeah. And I enjoyed this film. I was very surprised with this film. I thought it was going to be like, but it's decent. I really like the way the film looks. It looks like it has a budget. It doesn't look like a low budget film. And the fact that this didn't do well and New Moon and Eclipse and Breaking Dawn made a ton of money, I can never understand that. This is better. This did not bore me to tears. This was better than freaking Vampire Academy with Zoe Douche and a bunch of foreigners. It's not freaking. It didn't put me to sleep like Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, which is pussified garbage. This is R rated material. It's not for children. There's a ton of blood. There's brief nudity, and there's also some language in it as well. It doesn't hold back. It's bloody as hell. It shows vampires what they can do when they're done right. And also, it has a decent cast. It doesn't have a bunch of, D-list actors. It has really A-list actors that, are very capable in the film, and by two directors that actually did a good job directing them. And it's not downbeat like a lot of some other vampire films are. And it doesn't slow down. It doesn't have like a 15-minute gap where nothing happens. It keeps going with its premise. It just goes for it. It doesn't hold back. It's got great effects, great creature looks, the makeup effects and the blood and everything is really well done stuff. And I'm very happy to own this because, it came with a slipcover, and it's a film that I was looking forward to, watching. And I don't care what any YouTuber says about this. It's not mediocre. This is a decent film. Considering the vampire films we got in the last 10 years, this is one of the better ones that has come out theatrically. That wasn't a TV movie or a direct-to-video film. It's well done, and I will appreciate it for that. It's basically, if you could forget about Lost Boys, the tribe. See this instead. This came out around the same time as that. That's a piece of garbage. This is really decent. I'd rather see Lost Boys, then this, and then Lost Boys the Thirst. It's a great triple feature because it feels the same way, except this is set in the distant future, and there's no Twilight mention. This is how you do vampires right. The original Dracula, From Dusk Till Dawn, Lost Boys, and Daybreakers. I would highly recommend this movie. It's decent. Give it a watch. Watch it on Netflix. Watch it on YouTube. Or stream it somewhere on Putlocker or whatever. Just watch this movie. It's really decent. I really would recommend it. Is it super scary that you're going to lose sleep? No. But it's a lot of fun. And I was very surprised because I'm like, oh, it's a foreign film. It's a bunch of foreign actors, except for like, Defoe and Hawke. But they made it work. And I would recommend this. I wish this got a sequel because Ethan Hawke did much worse than this, like Sinister and the Purge. But here he really works, and it does, and he's a great lead, and his performance is very subtle. There's nothing too over the top in the movie. It's really well done stuff. But like I said, Isabel Lucas, fuck off. I don't care about you in this film. You're some useless teen that is just there to die. But at least Ethan Hawke works, and Defoe works. And so does Sam Neill as the villain. So it's a decent movie. Anyway, thanks for watching, liking, subscribing, commenting, guys. You guys are awesome. I'm glad you've been watching this series. I'm glad you enjoyed my DVD update. I really put a lot of work into that, finding those DVDs. And I'm going to watch them all by either the end of this year or the beginning of next year. So I got a lot of entertainment ahead of me, and I couldn't do it without you guys, because if it weren't for you guys, I'd just be a guy talking on a webcam for several minutes, but you guys make it worth my while. So anyway, thanks for watching. Take care, and I will see you in the next Horrorpalooza review. Later, guys.